Nocking Point friends, what's happening? It's 5 after 7 p.m. on a Thursday evening from my control center in Vancouver, British Columbia. Our call tonight on air was 6:30 p.m. I think we know what that means. It's going to get bad. It's going to get real bad. But it's the end of the year. We're not here to talk about that right now. But I have been filming since July. And I do need a break. I'm slowly deteriorating. And I have something called compartment syndrome in my arms. It's a story for another time. This week, we are unveiling our second label in our June Wine Club shipment. Last week, we unveiled Apex, which is two dudes high-fiving on the moon over a chilled bottle of rosé. Of course, this is coming out in summer. So our second label that we're going to be revealing is MAJA, named after my kiddo, Maverick Alexandra Jean Amell. Part of the perks of co-owning a winery with my buddy Drew is that we get to name our wines whatever we want. Now, we can't name them anything, as the federal regulations of wine and liquor sales has told us multiple times. But we do have a pretty wide range of things that we can do. So, I mean, it's cool to name it after our kid. Of course, we couldn't put our kid on the bottle for very, very obvious reasons. But we do allow them to art direct this label. So before I reveal the label, a little bit about the wine. This is the first time ever that we have done a Pinot Grigio. Pinot Gris, fantastic. You want to drink it ice cold, which makes sense because this is the June Wine Club shipment. It's spring, summertime. Enjoy that way. Julie Brown from Willow Crest Wine Estates in Prosser, Washington, which is also in the Columbia Valley. It's right in our backyard. Did the wine for us. She did a wonderful job. I also think that once you see the label, I think it's really excellent that we had a very strong female winemaker involved in this process. Last week we unveiled Apex. I might have said that already. It's just two dudes high-fiving on the moon over a glass of rosé, as you do. And next week's the big unveil. It's our first collaboration for Nocking Point. We collaborated and had our buddy Jared do a sort of a guest wine called Venatore for us. But this is our first real collaboration insofar as it is going to be part of the June shipment, but we'll get to that next week. So I say, Mavi, what do you want on your wine label? And she didn't even look up. She was doing something with blocks or coloring or putting on a full princess outfit, as you do. By the way, I saw a Boss Baby with her today. It's like the third or fourth best afternoon of my entire life. We had a really good time. Mavi says, Dad, it's simple. I want a superhero princess with bubbles. That's kind of cool. It's nice that she's into superheroes. Again, for relatively obvious reasons. And our buddy Brian Roll just absolutely nailed it. He did one take. We had no notes. There we go. There's your superhero princess with bubbles. That might be a chugging wine right there. I'm kidding. It's not. I got work trucks all around me, so I'm sorry if the sound is a little bit off. But yeah, there it is. MAJA, named after Maverick Alexandra Jean Amell. She art directed the label. She will continue to do so until she's so fucking annoyed that I'm making her do it that it ends up being like a squiggly line. Can't wait to force her to be in these videos when she's like 15. Dad! It's going to be so much fun. We'll be doing virtual reality by then, or something that I haven't even considered, but it's a nice thought to have in my head. That's it. Next week. Next video coming. Our collaboration. More than one person in the video. Very, very exciting stuff. And most importantly, there's a link attached. Like I said last week, I don't want to boast, but it's the best wine club on the planet. Only ships in the States. We're working on that. Exciting news on that front very, very soon. I know I say that all the time, but my God, the Canadian government rules and regulations and rules. And then when you're all done those, then you get to the actual rules and regulations. I got a lot of energy. I had some Thank you very much, Nocking Point friends. Link attached. Join the best wine club on the entire planet Earth. That's only available in the United States, which again we're working on. See you next week.